Hi y'all, it's Harvard lawyer Lee. We're doing something different tonight. What I've done is do 3 videos, short 6 to 10 minutes, about 3 different cases. Now these are standalone videos, so you have to go from video to video. I would really like your opinion about what you think about these 3 cases. I'm trying to make some choices about what to do with the channel and where to go next. So I want to know, what do you really want to hear about? Please be sure to hit the thumbs up on the video itself. Don't hit the thumbs down. I think that'll send the wrong message to YouTube. But if you would, in the comment section, rank the case 10 to 1. 10 means, yes, got to hear more about this one. 1 means, that's probably not the case for me. I'm not as interested in that one. Video 1 is about Curry Richens. In video 2, we're going to be talking about Elon Musk. And then video 3, I think I'm going to get a whole lot of 10 out of 10 votes on that one. Laurie Shaver, it's not as well known a case, but I think you are going to be really interested in that. There is a wild twist in that case, but I'm not going to give anything away. We do live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. We would love to have you as a subscriber. The world's best chat is here. Nice people, interested, great comments. Join us. A Florida mom stands accused of murdering her husband, Michael, in 2015. But stay tuned to the end to find out the wild twist she now claims. Hi, y'all. It's Harvard lawyer Lee. In 2020, the state of Florida filed an affidavit of probable cause against Laurie Shaver. Laurie, who's now age 40, is currently charged with second-degree murder and accessory after the fact. Here's what authorities claim happened. From November 2014 to May 2015, Laurie and Michael Shaver were separated and dating others. They reconciled, but in September 2015, Laurie began dating Jeremy Townsend, a married man. She told him that she had left her husband. On November 10th, 2015, Michael Shaver failed to show up for work. Authorities believe he was killed between November 7th and November 10th. Michael was last seen on Saturday, November 7th at a tractor event. He ran into a coworker who said that Michael and Laurie Shaver were not getting along and left. The coworker texted Michael the next day and got no response. 2 days later, a text from Michael's phone claimed that Michael was quitting work to save his marriage with Laurie. Michael did not show up or call in on the next workday, which his boss said was out of character, as Michael never missed work without calling in. After a couple of days, on Wednesday, his boss texted his number and someone responded, "I'm having issues at home in Georgia right now. Just fire me or I'll quit. I will not be returning anytime soon." That same day, Laurie sent a private message to her sister on her work server explaining, "Mike left yesterday, packed his stuff, and went to the airport." On Friday, November 13th, the coworker went to Michael's and Laurie's house to check on Michael. Laurie told him that she had found another woman's number in Michael's phone and that Michael had gone to Georgia. The coworker asked how Michael went to Georgia since his truck was still in the driveway. Laurie said a friend, Robert Mercado, had driven Michael to Georgia. Mercado would later deny that. On Monday, November 16th, Laurie sent another private message to her sister, Alicia Ray, saying that over the weekend she had done tons of yard work and cleaned up outside. Laurie never filed for child support for Michael, and she never called his cell after November 3rd, 2015. In December 2015, Laurie began selling Michael's things, such as firearms and the tools he used to make a living. She tried to sell his vehicle, but didn't have the title, so she was unable to. She tried to sell his tractor in the house. Laurie's lover, Jeremy, would later tell authorities that in December 2015, he went to Laurie's home for the first time, and she had blood stains on her jeans. She typically wore those jeans 3 times a week, he said, but after he commented on the blood stains, she changed clothes and never wore those jeans again. Over the next years, authorities say Laurie pretended to be Michael on Facebook and in text messages. Posing as Michael, she messaged his friend Robert Mercado, who was supposed to spend Thanksgiving with him, saying, "Leave me alone, don't bother me." Pretending to be Michael, she messaged his sister saying, "Everyone just needs to leave me alone just like they did my entire life." When Michael's niece wrote him, someone posing as Michael messaged back, "Who are you?" And then I don't have a family anymore. I have no clue who you are. Now stop messaging me. Michael's family says if it had really been Michael, he would have recognized the niece's maiden name. Authorities say Laurie used a burner phone to message Jeremy's wife, again, pretending to be Michael. Michael supposedly sent lovely poetry such as, "Roses are red, violets are blue. My wife is a whore, your husband is too. Sorry about this, check your Facebook message, we need to talk, Mike." She also used her own account to send flowers to Jeremy's wife from Mike, reiterating that Mike and the wife needed to talk. Authorities say Laurie wanted to expose the affair so Jeremy's wife would leave him, but the plan backfired. Jeremy admitted the affair and reconciled with his wife. Laurie then began dating Travis, and they married on New Year's Eve 2016, even though Laurie was technically still married to Michael. Her sister-in-law asked whether Laurie's divorce was final, and Laurie said it was, and that Michael had actually been at the courthouse with her, but in a separate room. According to the sister-in-law, Travis's and Laurie's wedding night was far from blissful. Laurie locked herself in her bedroom, then pulled a gun and had to be talked down by a family member. According to Facebook posts, the Firepit was built in March of 2016. In September of 2016, Laurie and Travis purchased 42 bags of concrete mix and rented a large cement mixer and poured the concrete around the fire pit. Travis said it did seem odd that the dirt pile Laurie said came from the hole was bigger than he would have thought, given that the hole was only 3 or 4 inches deep. Laurie's and Travis's initials were placed over the area where Michael's body was ultimately found. Over the next 2 years, Laurie told friends and family that she saw and spoke to Michael and that he was stalking her. She may have meant to say that Michael was haunting her. She claimed her phone and truck were taken by the Lake County Sheriff's Office in order to look for trackers installed by Michael. She claimed to her supervisor at work that Michael was in jail for non-payment of child support because he had lost his job. She had different stories, and depending on the person, said Michael had moved to Georgia, New York, or California. Michael's friend Scott Amatuccio notified authorities in February 2018 that he was suspicious and wanted a welfare check on Michael. Michael's stuff was still in the house, he claimed. Amatuccio insisted the concrete slab fire pit in the backyard was suspicious, as was the fact that Laurie had quickly remarried. Although, to be fair, she didn't remarry until more than a year after Michael disappeared. Amatuccio found it hard to believe that the Michael he knew would quit his job via text message and give away his tools. Laurie told investigators that Michael had gone to Georgia after he was arrested for DV in September of 2014. She claimed not to have seen him since a custody trial in 2015. When police asked about the fire pit and wanted a cadaver dog to sniff the slab, Laurie told them to leave her property. Police came to believe that Michael was dead when they discovered that his driver's license, passport, and FAA pilot's medical certificate all had expired. He did not have a current cell phone. He never used his debit card for in-person purchases. Although while Michael was supposedly in Georgia, women's lingerie and clothing items were ordered online and shipped to Laurie Shaver at her residence. Someone also endorsed a loan check for $2,539 from Mariner Finance to Michael, using an illegible signature and Michael's social security and cell phone number. Someone withdrew multiple times from that account via ATM and used it to buy children's items online. The items were shipped to Laurie in Florida, not to Michael in Georgia. A few weeks after he was reported missing, Michael's credit card was charged $209.90 for a purchase from an online divorce company, but no divorce proceeding was ever filed. They say Michael had been shot in the back of the head with a .38. Laurie kept a pink .38 in her nightstand, had access to another, and sold two. Travis told investigators that Laurie told him, "It's not that Michael Shaver is missing. He's no longer walking this earth." She also told Travis that something bad had happened and there was a body buried on her property. More than 2 years after Michael went missing, authorities found his body buried 3 feet under the concrete slab and fire pit installed on the Shavers' 5-acre property. Critically, a single projectile was recovered from his skull, not 2. The defense says Laurie was a battered woman. In a huge twist, Laurie now claims that her 7-year-old daughter committed the crime and that the daughter has told her own court-appointed lawyer that she wants to confess to the murder. The girl is now 14. In its pleading, the defense claims, and by defense, I mean Laurie's defense, claims that at all times, the minor has been apprised of the rights she would be waiving and the possible penalties she would be facing. Nonetheless, the child has persisted in seeking to testify. Laurie also says that after her daughter shot Michael, her married lover, Jeremy, also shot Michael. That claim is problematic since the police only found 1 shell. The defense asked the court to have Laurie's daughter evaluated to clear the way for her to testify that she murdered Michael. The court refused, saying it was concerned about the possible penalty facing the child. The defense has filed a motion asking the court to reconsider, and the defense says the child wants to testify, and it only makes sense to ask an expert to evaluate the child to see whether this child should testify instead of just flat out refusing to let the child testify. What will happen? You have got to subscribe to find out more. I will be keeping you up to date on what happens with this child. Like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.